The butterflies have faded. The late-night conversations that once felt infinite now compete with work deadlines and grocery lists. You find yourself staring at your partner across the dinner table, wondering when the person who once made your heart race became just another part of your routine. Welcome to love's greatest paradox. Falling feels effortless, but staying requires everything you've got. We live in a culture obsessed with beginnings. Every movie ends with the first kiss. Every song celebrates the rush of new attraction. We've been taught that real love should feel easy, that if you have to work at it, maybe it's not the one. This narrative has left millions of people jumping from relationship to relationship, chasing that initial high like emotional junkies. You've probably felt this yourself. That moment when the honeymoon phase ends and real life crashes in. When your partner's quirky habits become annoying. When conflicts arise that can't be solved with a romantic gesture. When you realize that loving someone means choosing them even when they're not at their best, even when you're not at your best. Psychologist John Gottman spent decades studying what makes relationships last. His research revealed something most people don't want to hear. Successful couples aren't the ones who never fight or never feel doubt. They're the ones who learn to navigate conflict, who choose connection over being right, who understand that love is a verb more than a feeling. The staying requires skills we're never taught. You learn to communicate when your instinct is to withdraw. You practice forgiveness when your ego wants to keep score. You choose vulnerability when your heart wants to build walls. These aren't romantic moments that make it into the highlight reel, but they're what actually builds lasting love. Robert Sternberg's triangular theory of love breaks it down into three components: intimacy, passion, and commitment. Most relationships start with passion, that magnetic pull that makes everything else disappear. Some develop intimacy, the deep knowing and acceptance of another person. But commitment, the decision to stay and work through whatever comes, that's what separates lasting love from temporary infatuation. Your brain works against you here. The neurochemical cocktail of early love: dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin naturally fades after 12 to 18 months. This isn't a bug in the system, it's a feature. Those chemicals are designed to bond you long enough to create attachment, but they're not sustainable long term. Real love begins when the chemicals fade and you choose to stay anyway. The media sells you fairy tales, but psychologist Sue Johnson, creator of emotionally focused therapy, tells you the truth. Love is about creating a secure emotional bond. It's about becoming a safe haven for another person and allowing them to be yours. This means showing up during their 3 a.m. anxiety attacks, not just their Instagram-worthy moments. You face unique challenges your grandparents never had. Dating apps create the illusion of infinite options. Social media shows you highlight reels of other people's relationships. You're constantly bombarded with messages that you deserve better, that compromise is settling, that the grass might be greener somewhere else. The paradox deepens when you realize that the very skills that help you succeed in other areas of life can sabotage your relationships. Your ability to optimize and upgrade serves you well in your career, but makes it tempting to treat partners like they're replaceable. Your independence and self-sufficiency, valuable as they are, can make the interdependence that love requires feel uncomfortable. Esther Perel, renowned relationship therapist, points out that we expect our romantic partners to be everything: best friend, lover, co-parent, financial partner, emotional support system. We ask one person to fulfill needs that entire communities once met. When you understand this impossible standard, you begin to see why staying is so much harder than falling. The staying asks you to love someone's evolution, not just their current state. People change. The person you fell in love with 5 years ago isn't the same person sitting next to you today, and neither are you. Lasting love means falling in love repeatedly with the same person as they grow and change. This doesn't mean accepting poor treatment or staying in relationships that have run their course. Healthy staying requires two people equally committed to growth, both individual and together. It means regular check-ins, honest conversations about needs and boundaries, and the courage to address problems before they become insurmountable. The beautiful truth is that relationships that survive the transition from falling to staying often become more fulfilling than those initial butterflies ever were. You develop inside jokes spanning years. You learn to comfort each other in ways that feel like coming home. You build shared meaning and common goals that create a life bigger than either of you could create alone. Real love isn't the absence of doubt or difficulty. Real love is choosing someone again and again, especially when it's hard. The falling might capture your heart, but the staying builds a life.